And welcome back, you math masters, you fabulous fourth graders of Virtual Room 502. Ready to take on our application problem. And this is a real world problem where, well, if you decide to plant a garden like Mr. Leggett has many times in the past, this problem could apply to you. Let's read it because this is RDW, read, draw, write. We're going to do this in 4 minutes. Maybe, maybe not. Here we go. Mr. Goggins, I think, planted 10 rows of beans, 10 rows of squash, 10 rows of tomatoes, and 10 rows of cucumbers in his garden. I'm going to circle 10, 10, 10, and 10. He put 22 plants in each row. What do we need to do? We need to draw an area model, label each part, then write an expression that represents the total numbers of plants in the garden. Much going on with Mr. Goggins. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, let's think about this. Okay, here's his garden. And what does he have? He has 10 rows of beans. Beans. I'll just put a B there. We don't need to write it out. So he has, I want to double check, make sure I'm doing things right. Beans, 10. Let's put a little hyphen in there, a little dash. Up next is 10 rows of squash. Squash, 10. Then we have 10 rows of tomatoes. I didn't do a very good job of making them equal, but that's okay. There's our T. And we have 10 rows of tomatoes. I like tomatoes. A lot of kids don't like tomatoes, but when you get older, you might really enjoy tomatoes. And then finally, we have cucumbers. Oh, did somebody say the cucumbers? That's my favorite vegetable. I thought you only like things that start with P. Yes, like peas. Yeah. Well, I do like cucumbers. Well, I know you like cucumbers because you dug them up in my garden and ate them all. I remember that. I do too. Okay. Mathmut, he does like cucumbers. So cucumbers, there were 10. So what do we have here? We have 10, 20, 30, 40. Make a big bracket, as Mathmut might say. And we're going to put 40 here. But how many are in each row? 22 plants in each row. So I'm going to put a 22 up here. How in the world do we figure this out, this expression? There's our area model. So look at this, 40 times 22, okay, because he put 22 plants in each row. So this is going to be quite a lot of plants. And let's just take a quick look at his math here. Okay. Okay, this is what they want us to do. I'm sorry I had to look. I forgot. So we're going to do 4 times 10. Oh, you are copycats, by the way. Times 22. And that'll equal the total number of plants we have here. Should we solve this? I think we should. So let's think about this. 40 times 22. Just get kind of a precursor to our lesson today. So let's take 4 times 10 is 40. And we're going to multiply it by 2, right? 0 times 2 is 0, and 4 times 2 is 80. Then let's go over here and do 40 times 20. Okay? So we'd have, we could just go 4 times 2 is 8. Now there's 2 zeros. So we'd have 800 plus 80 equals 880 plants. Okay? So how many are in each row? Well, let's kind of break that down too. We can go 10 times 22 is 220. 10 times 22 is 220, right? There's adding a 0 on that 22. 10 times 22, 220, and 10 times 22, 220. And I bet if we add these all up, we'll get 880. 0, 2468, 2468. Yeah, we get 888. 880, excuse me. So that's one way to do it. There's a couple of other ways that we'll be exploring today to figure this all out. Um, so I don't think I want to go any further on that, but this is what we've got so far, and we'll dig deeper when we get to our concept development. When we develop our concept. So in the meantime, go tell mom and dad you love them. Pet the dog, feed the cat, check on your ducks, chickens, llamas, whatever you may have up there in the farm hills of Anza. And come on back in 2 minutes.